issues that are making my body blow up and making me feel like really awful, I don't know yet. And that's okay too. But I know now that I've said this, I feel better. And I feel like it's really important to share our authentic experiences. And I think that that's what's been really beautiful about my channel, is that in the comment section, because of our love of music, you know, dissecting the lyrics and everything, we can come together in a lot of ways and share our experiences and things that we wouldn't normally say to other people, or if we're sitting in the room, because our society hasn't really set us up in a way where that's acceptable completely. And I get really bothered by Instagram and the lives that are portrayed on there, that I think that it's, and I think that, you know, I can even do that too, like want to lean into showing only the good. And so, yeah, behind the scenes, like I'm dealing with some stuff. While yes, I do love myself and how I look, it is hard when all those changes happen, and it's making editing very hard, but I'm going to push through it. Maybe the universe is teaching me that I can do hard things and I can push through it. I just stole that from Glennon Doyle. If you know, you know. Anyways, all right. Okay, so on that note, I have decided to finally react to Florence and the Machine, because I've been promising reacting to Florence and the Machine for a really, really long time. I didn't know which song to do. There's been a lot of recommendations. After I reacted to Florence and the Machine with Taylor in Florida, you know, some people recommended Hurricane Drunk and like other songs that would connect back, but I don't know, I just was scrolling through on YouTube and I just like typed in her name, and then I saw the different like videos come up, and I don't know, this hunger one just spoke to me. I just was like, I should react to it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna react to Hunger, and then probably maybe do some more if I feel like it. Okay, let's just get into it. All right, before we get into it, I have to stop and just observe. Just, I don't know, there was like a pang in my heart when I saw her kind of putting her hand in that hand of the statue, you know, it's like frozen, it's stone, and she's just like rubbing up against it like she remembers a memory or something, and it just made me feel a little sad. And then I'm not quite sure where this is shot, but it, you know, in the black and white, then it goes in that color. Those colors that were swirling together, that is like artwork I could have all over my house. I love those colors. I love the way that looks. I just have to say I love everything about those colors mixing together. So it's like something coming alive. I love it.
At 17, I started to starve myself. I thought that love was a kind of emptiness, and at least I understood then the hunger I felt. And I didn't have to call it loneliness. We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger. We all have a hunger.
Wow. This is gonna... I gotta take a moment for these lyrics. So vulnerable, so beautiful. Wow. I mean, this is, you know, the obvious is speaking to an eating disorder. and how something that is troubling and ultimately not good for you to starve yourself. When you're in that, you're dealing with that kind of disorder, you know, that emptiness she's talking about, it could feel like love. And so she's saying that if she could call that emptiness love, it would help her to understand herself and maybe to feel love for herself. But that's very much like an illusion, I believe. And then to say we all have a hunger. Okay, let's keep going.
We all have a hunger. Tell me what you need. Oh, you look so free. The way you use your body, baby. Come on and work it for me. Don't let it get you down. You're the best thing I've seen. We never found the answer, but we knew one thing. We all have a hunger. 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 It's Friday night and it's kicking in.
A little confused, I will say, with the true meaning, but I don't know. There's something about when she says, come on, baby, come on, work your body for me. I'm not feeling like it's in a misogynistic or way. It could be perceived that way, but I don't think so. I think she's genuinely maybe wanting to invoke love. And what's interesting is that here's that statue that has a hole in it, and they're putting their finger through it. So it's like they're inspecting the imperfection of that statue, which is sometimes, I think it's like a Rumi quote. I'm going to mess this up, but wherever there's a wound, you have a wound, that's where the light gets in. It's important to shine the light on those things, you know, like with my book, I didn't want to write a book on being a loved one of an addict and trying to survive that chaos. That's my wound, and I do feel like that's how you can alchemize pain. I don't know if that's the direction she's going in, but it really gives me that feeling just by that imagery.
It's Friday night and it's kicking in. And I came dressed, they're gonna crucify me. Oh, baby, you and all your vibrant youth. How could anything bad ever happen to you? You make a fool of death with your beauty, and for a moment I thought that love was in the drugs, but the more I took, the more it took away, and I could never get enough.
Okay. Wow. Okay. She's talking about the hunger. Like right now, she's talking about now the drugs piece of it. Like, you keep taking, and it's an empty well. Like you keep thinking that it's gonna give you, it's gonna scratch that itch, but it never does. You know, it ends up tearing you down. She's saying the more I took, I couldn't get away, and I could never get enough. I'm wondering if this hunger is like all of us having something wrong with us, or not being comfortable in our own skin, or always needing something to take like the anxiety or the angst or something away. I think the images and the statue, I'm still working on that in my head as I go. Let's see.
I thought that love was on the stage. Give yourself to strangers. You don't have to be afraid. Then it tries to find a home with people, oh, when I'm alone, picking it apart.
I think that she's talking about love, because she's talking about like how her eating disorder, basically the emptiness she felt, that she thought it was love, so she wouldn't have to feel that, like the true loneliness. And she's talking about the drugs. You're thinking that it's the only thing that loves you or will make you feel good. And then she's talking about she thought she could get love by singing to strangers from a stage. I think that a lot of people that they think that if I acquire a certain thing, I'm going to feel love, I'm going to feel complete, I'm going to feel whole. And I think that, you know, you come to realize like, okay, well, the drugs aren't doing it. Starving myself isn't doing it. Being on stage, performing, living out a dream, being famous isn't doing it. You know, it's kind of relentless and endless.
I thought that love was on the stage. Give yourself to strangers. You don't have to be afraid. Then it tries to find a home with people, oh, when I'm alone, thinking it
talking about distractions.
We all have a hunger. 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 Tell me what you need, oh, you look so free.
Hunger to feel alive is what I think. Hunger to feel alive. Sometimes actually physically experiencing hunger by starving yourself makes you feel more alive. Actually ingesting substances can make you feel alive. Being up on a stage in front of people can make you feel alive. But when she says staring at your phone, that's what makes me think of distractions. But we're looking at this guy who has a very fit body, looking at this statue, is like aspiring to be something of like a Greek god, or, you know, because everybody worship these Greek gods and these statues from ancient times to now. It's still something that people strive for, that body type. Yeah, even though this thing isn't actually alive, people still are striving to be like it.
We all have a hunger. Tell me what you need, oh, you look so free. The way you use your body, baby, come on and work it for me. Don't let him get you down, you're the best thing I've seen. We never found the answer, but we knew one thing. We all have a hunger. 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 And it's Friday night and it's keeping in. And that green dress, they're gonna crucify me. Oh, you and all your vibrant youth. How could anything bad ever happen to you? You make a fool of death with your beauty, and for a moment I forget to worry.
Wow. Wow. How many have to die so that you can feel loved? That's so complex. I don't know if I'm getting it right. I don't know how this is supposed to be interpreted. Like, 'cause that can be taken in so many different ways. But the feel of it, with the statue coming alive at the end, it definitely makes me feel that how many different distractions, how many different things need to die so that you can just feel loved and ultimately have love within yourself. It also reminds me of like how she was talking about things that you think that they're gonna like fill that hole in you, but they're not. If anything, they can isolate you and make you feel even worse. That it's just all of us, we all are struggling, and that we all want love and connection. And it's like that Friday night, like you just, what vice are you going to choose? What are you going to choose to run away from? Like whatever it is inside of you that you don't love, or like what are you going to do to try to find where you think love is? And I mean, it's hard being a human being. It's hard being on this earth. We don't know really why we're here. I mean, we don't really know, like we're all searching for something, but like, will we actually find the truth? And if we did find the truth, would it cure everything and make us feel really good? Or will we be like, oh, okay, I don't know. It's very, very, very complex. It makes me feel less alone with everything that I've even shared. You know, we all have our things, and to kind of be honest about it and to choose not to run away and to connect more. Also, the way that she dances, it's like she hits her body and she moves it all around. I'm just like, wow, I love this. If you haven't watched my reaction to the Karma song, I did it at karaoke one night when I was slightly intoxicated, and it's just making me think about this song because I kind of want to perform karaoke and do this song next time, because I want to get into everything that she's feeling and being so raw and honest. I love it. I think this song also gives me the feeling of just like, who cares? Like, who cares? Just be yourself and just live. And I don't know. I think it's really amazing. So, especially after everything I shared, to be reacting to this song right now is kind of wild to me. All right, you all.